Slept freaking 12 hours. Something about sleeping right next to the ocean, with the ocean breeze. It is good for the soul. I'm telling you. There must be something with salt water. It's 10 o'clock.
What are you doing?
Get up. Get up. This doesn't suck. So this place feels a lot like Italy. A lot like Italy. Now I know why. It basically is Italy. There's like more Italian architecture than I would have figured, but looking at the map, it's actually south. The tip of where Nice is south of Genoa, physically, latitudinally, and close to Italy. We were doing some research last night, and I guess Giuseppe Garibaldi, he was born here, and he considered Nice as Italy, which is totally cool. I'm gonna have to look into that more, into that research a bit more, and find out if it was ever part of Italy. But I'm sure it was part of the Roman Empire. I mean, all these parts were, at one point or another, had that influence. Brian's sporting that 50/50 core tee and sage. Of course, I'm sporting the white 50/50 core tee. We're just talking about this manufacturing and sometimes the inconsistencies as we have to shift our supply chains. It's been really difficult, and you think something as simple as a t-shirt would be just as simple as a damn t-shirt, but it's not. Why isn't it? Well, American mills, spinning mills, weaving mills, knitting mills, right? Those are the three types of mills you need to make a fabric. And then you need the cut and sew plants, which we do some of our own weaving, but we own our own cut and sew. On top of what we own for cut and sew, thank you. On top of what we own for cut and sew, I just sneezed my thought right out of me. Spinning plants and weaving plants and knitting plants. That's what makes up textiles, and dyeing and finishing, right? Those are like your four phases of making a great product, and then cutting and sewing, right? So you have product development, cutting and sewing. Right, step into this cafe here. Talk a little bit more about this. Check this place out.
Yeah, exactly. Just keep going and going. And then just 6 for you. I'm 25.
Got a cool vibe.
No.
Thank you, sir.
25.
Just pinch your cheek. I'll put the carpet under the table.
I have my glasses on.
All right, we can talk about this. Going blind. Turned 46 and all of a sudden I'm blind. I'm gonna say this one more time for the third time. You gotta have the fibers, and you gotta be able to spin the fibers. You gotta be able to then weave those fibers, right? Weaving, just think of a basket, like how it's woven. Or knitting. Knitting is more like, it's almost like a chain. I think that's how I'd like to think of it, as a chain. If you cut a woven textile, it's gonna fray. If you cut a knit textile, like you wanna make, like when we were kids, you cut off the t-shirt, right? You cut it off, it doesn't fray because it's locked together in these little links chains. So that's the difference between weaving and knitting. And then you have dyeing and finishing, which is how you obviously dye the fabric, whether it's a natural fiber or synthetic or a mixture. You've got to go through different dyeing processes. And then finishing is like what it feels like when you're done. You could sand it to make it smooth or suede it. There's a starch it. There's a lot of different things you can do. Then after that is cutting and sewing of the garment. Now think about all those steps. All those steps in a supply chain that is weakened. I mean, like barely existing. We still have mills that are shipping their machinery, even mills we work with, that are having to ship their machinery to South America and other parts of the world because it's just been so difficult, and so this slow drip of manufacturing, it's still leaving, which is really unfortunate. But something as simple as a T-shirt, Brian and I were just talking about this. We try to get it as consistent as possible, but it's difficult because the supply chain isn't as robust as it needs to be. And so one of our initiatives is to get it so every time we make a T-shirt, it's perfect. Now our T-shirts are best in class. We were just discussing but sometimes one might feel a little bit looser depending on how the fabric was finished, right? If it was finished a little bit differently, and so we've got to tighten down those tolerances more internally, and this stuff takes time. Like, building a product isn't an overnight thing. It's not like you can do something in 30 days, right? Especially when you're carrying millions of dollars of inventory and you need to go through a testing phase. So you need to be able to knit and finish and test small batches, put them through wash cycles and wash tests. It's kind of a process. Kip calls it the rag business, being in the clothing business. But these 50/50 core tees are phenomenal. I just want to make them a little better. A little bit better. I want the cut a little bit more flattering. So Joe's wearing one. He says it's a little bit big for him too. A little more flattering, a little tighter tolerances. And so hopefully by next spring we can do that. But it's hard. It ain't easy manufacturing in America. Continuous improvement. You gotta never stop making it better. I love this with technology companies like Apple. Like, they come out with these iterations of computers and phones, iPhones, whatever. It's always better. They're always giving the user a better experience. Don't change things just for the sake of changing them. Just because it's old to you. Just because it's old to you, it's still new to somebody else, right? So I think as entrepreneurs or designers, like, we get caught up in this, I've been looking at this thing forever, I need to change it. It doesn't mean you need to change it. Improve, continuous improvement, only if it makes the customer experience better. Otherwise, don't touch that shit. Just leave it alone. All right, we're gonna get some, what do we got, babe? HOBO. Gonna get some HOBO. I ordered avocado toast. That's like, gotta be 2 avocados.
Maybe has more water?
Come on now.
Bon appetit.
Thank you.
What'd you get, babe? Granola.
It's yogurt.
Let's go.
Fresh.
Joe, you got bacon? Bacon and French toast?
Yeah, because what is that?
All right, so a little more on like this manufacturing thing. First of all, most importantly, that freaking meal was ridiculous. Best meal I've had in France. It was just breakfast, but however they made that toast, the bread, it was like almost a half a ciabatta, like a half a roll. Freaking avocado. They shredded an egg on it. And oh shit, we gotta hike up this thing. It's good, man. Let's get it. Let's go. They had pomegranate on it. It was just like such a wonderful mouthfeel, flavor, freaking sweetness, savory, a little salty. It was kind of a little bitter too. You could squeeze a little lemon on it. I'm gonna start breathing here in about a couple minutes because we're going straight uphill. Oh, sorry. So on manufacturing, let me get to the top of this thing. I'll jump back on. Oh.
These are real.
We did a staircase like this in Bologna, Italy. Bro, it was like miles
Really?
to get to this church at the top of this freaking mountain.
I've seen those like on video.
It was insane.
You have to stop?
We didn't stop.
No.
But I was, bro, full saturation.
Yeah.
I mean, leaking. I was leaking.
Yeah. At least right now it's like early morning. It's not hot out yet.
Yeah, we're in the shade.
And in the shade.
Not that bad. Some stairs and a couple of switchbacks, but not a way to break a sweat. Just easy shit. An easy little elevation. So,
This is a good photo, Pete.
we're talking about manufacturing.
Oh my lord.
You tell the people about manufacturing, babe.
Come take a photo with me.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Put that away.
We're gonna get a photo.
Oh shit. We're not talking about manufacturing today. Yes.
All right, no more interruptions. My wife is so annoyed with this vlog. She's just like, will you stop this shit? I'll meet you guys in there. No, we're just staying right here. I walked into a cemetery. Let me get this thought out now about manufacturing. So it's not just about a t-shirt, right? It's about training a new muscle. And when you think, well, we only made jiu-jitsu gis for 7 years. That's all we did. We made jiu-jitsu gis. And we became great at doing one thing and one thing only, and that was making the best jiu-jitsu gi in the world. Because no one had ever made a jiu-jitsu gi in the United States, everything was new. We had to figure out the textile situation, like what fiber blends work the best, what weave works the best. Because, you know, original jiu-jitsu gis, they were made out of upholstery material. That original pearl weave, it was just upholstery material. So we're like, I don't want to wear upholstery material. Let's invent a textile that makes sense for jiu-jitsu athletes. And so some of the things we wanted to do was we wanted to perform better, not hang on to a lot of moisture. We wanted to shed the moisture. We wanted it to stay light. We didn't want it to stretch. We wanted it to be comfortable. We wanted to be able to break the grips. Like, all of these things were important. For the top and for the pants, I was like, I just want to make them like jeans. Like, just jeans are the best. They fit the best. Make gi pants fit like jeans. And so we developed our first prototypes. And they were pretty good, but it took us 7 years to get it perfect in multiple iterations. And the whole thing with learning how to manufacture again, specifically in sewing, was training a new muscle. And in all facets of business, it's about developing a muscle and then training that muscle. I don't care if you're talking about manufacturing or finance or operations, supply chain, logistics, customer experience, like all of it is a muscle. As you start, you don't have, you have to, oh shit, I have that muscle? Oh shit, I need that muscle? Oh, I need that connecting tissue. Now I need to train that thing. For Origin, we trained that muscle for 7 years making gis. I've got scars in my fingers, punched holes through my fingers. It was a tricky time because no one had done it for 30 years. And so we trained that muscle and it became muscle memory, right? And once we figured that out, it was boom, right into blue jeans. And you'd think like, oh, you go from making a pant for jiu-jitsu like a jean to making a jean, that should be easy. No, it's not. Now you're working with a different substrate, a different textile. You're working with a stretch twill material. and it reacts a different way. And so everything took time. Blue jeans took time, footwear. The first pair of boots cost me $500,000 to make. I'll unpack that story sometime. But by the time we got the first pair of boots off the line that were production quality, it was 500 grand because no one had done it forever, right? And so, and they weren't perfect. When we launched the jeans, they weren't perfect. When we launched the boots, they weren't perfect. They were good enough. And that's what was important, that it was good enough. And then this idea of continuous improvement, like you can get better at it. Like you can like if there's more to be had, go get it, but don't do it to the detriment of yourself, your team, your company, your enterprise, your brand, right? Don't do it to the detriment of that. So a little bit about product development. In America, it's very hard to do. It's taken us close to 15 years now to really get good at it. And now we have a full plethora of products. We can build anything now. Why? Because we've built the muscle, the full body, right? The mind and the muscle has been built. And whether it's shorts or pants or sneakers or boots or all this new stuff we're coming out with is only because we've built that muscle, full body. You need upper body strength, you need leg strength, you need slow twitch, you need fast twitch, and you need your mind to be strong. And so now we have a robust team, robust operations, some automation on the front end, and that all took so long. So basically we took back in I would say a little over a decade, took us 10 years what we had lost in 30. So we took it back in 30% of the time. So I guess the point is all good things take time, and we just stepped into this cemetery. And check this out. Speaking of product, this is, do you recognize the name? Mercedes. A brilliant contributor in the development of the automobile, Daimler Benz. It's just a reminder, like, for me, go chase your dreams, because we're all going to end up like this. That sounds a little bit morose, but it's just the truth. Like, doesn't matter your success in life, you're going to end up 6 feet under. So I guess the question is for me, I'm like, what am I waiting for? What do you have to lose? You don't have anything to lose. Just go get it.